I've seen people dress up as him, make clay figures of him, and even compose songs about him. Tung³ Sahur, or simply Tung³ Sahur for short, was all over the internet a few weeks ago. I think it's over now. Internet trends do not last long. Soon, another annoying meme will take hold of the internet. The Tung³ Sahur phenomenon, I think, is a very striking example of the netizens' obedience to the algorithms. I obviously cannot look into people's hearts. I do not, strictly speaking, know why it is that people posted and, more importantly, made Tung³ Sahur content. But I think my suspicions are reasonable, namely that people merely do this to humor the algorithms. I imagine that guy making the clay figurine, for example, had plenty of other ideas, like original characters and shit, but decided to do a Tung³ Sahur figure in the hopes of bringing some audience, who honestly also don't crave this, to his social media account. Of course, there may technically be someone for whom it is truly meaningful to make Tung³ Sahur content, but even the existence of a small minority would be surprising to me. Because Tung³ Sahur is stupid. It's annoying and frustrating to me that people waste their time, and in some cases even their fucking talents, on something so meaningless. And they do this time and time again. It's not just Tung³ Sahur. There's always trends going on and people hopping onto it in the hopes of being noticed. It also goes the other way around. Like here on YouTube, there are tons of things that people believe you shouldn't do in videos for algorithm reasons. The use of certain words, for example, it is believed, perhaps superstitiously, will get you punished by the algorithm. They think Hitler, for example, is a word you should never say. Instead you should say, the Austrian painter. Quite an insult to other Austrian painters to make him the definitive article. I am pretty sure, however, that since Nazis are basically doing fine on YouTube, this is merely superstition. But superstition or not, this is the kind of thing that occupies the mind of the content creator. I think Tung³ Sahur should be a wake-up call. Obviously, that is, interestingly, also what he's meant to represent. The drums waking you up in time for Sahur. That's a bit of extra irony, perhaps, because it actually should be for real a wake-up call. He is an AI image. He is without doubt a creation of the machine. Like, when the clay figurine guy makes another pop culture character, which is also stupid and boring in my opinion, at least he is recreating a thing designed by a human, something more worth bestowing honor. Tung³ Sahur, by being AI generated, makes it tragically explicit that what content creators often are making their work for is a mere machine. It is clear now that the natural relationship between man and machine is being swapped. And AI prompts us to make something, and somehow people obey. You have like science fiction movies imagining the machine uprising as being something violent. Internet algorithms are just casually enslaving people, and these people, they just embrace it. I can think of worse types of enslavement, obviously, but a type of enslavement it is nonetheless. Where is your dignity that you can waste your life like this? Your time is valuable. You can only spend it once. If you are a creative and you have any self-respect, you should not be obeying the machine, but making things that actually mean something to you. It should have gone without saying